2019 in America, a year of highs, lows, and some pretty crazy mofos. An era of winners, losers, and tinfoil hat-wearing Naruto runners. When Keanu Reeves getting his renaissance and 30 to 50 feral hogs invading people's yards make even the okayest of boomers say, what a time to be alive.
Made in USA.
Hey hot shots, it's 19 going on 20 and you're watching Made in USA. As the year comes to an end, join us on a walk down memory lane for a second look at all the things that were able to make and break America in 2019. So pull up those bootstraps and let's get ready to rumble. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. You'd think by 2019 we'd have flying cars and no traffic. Instead, we have internet challenges that give us depraved gems like these lawless ice cream lickers. What is this, the Dark Ages? We don't know which internet buffoon started the trend, but according to the New York Times, it blew up after this juvenile delinquent was caught on camera carrying out the act. In it, she grabbed a half-gallon tub of Bluebell from a Walmart freezer, lifted the lid, and licked the top. And then she put it back and walked away. Why, Linda? Why? According to a statement, Bluebell managed to nab the germy tub and took all other containers of the same flavor with them just in case. They also identified the licker, a 17-year-old who shall not be named because she's underage. Bad news though, as the shtick spawned a whole bunch of copycats, including Lenice Martin III, who poked, probed, and licked an ice cream tub at an Assumption Parish grocery store and then had the smarts to put it up on social media. A third licker, DeAdrian Anderson, struck at a Port Arthur Walmart over a month later and, like his predecessors, preserved the incriminating act on video. Both Martin and Anderson later bought the ice cream they'd marked with their saliva, but still ended up being carted to jail and paying a fine. According to USA Today, Walmart was especially unhappy with Anderson, whose stunt forced them to dump out all their Bluebell ice cream. Now that people know it's illegal to tamper with food, here's hoping this appetizing licking trend ends with 2019. It's hard to look back on the year that was and not mention Disney Plus and the streaming wars it very advertently set off even before it launched on November 12th. We thought we were perfectly content to Netflix and chill, but who doesn't want more stuff to drown out real life with, especially if it includes a back catalog of all the Disney from your childhood. Between Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus, which also landed in November, the lower price points are giving Netflix and Amazon a run for their money. Admittedly though, Disney Plus was off to a dismal start, getting hit with technical glitches on launch day and chalking it to super high customer demand. I mean, with such aggressive marketing, you'd think they'd have anticipated at least that. Though again, it may or may not have been sabotage. Lucky for Disney, they've got an ace up their sleeves. To recap, there's Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, HBO, Hulu, Apple TV Plus. So much content, so little time. If you're swimming in cash, by all means, subscribe to all of them. As for the rest of us, there'll be hard decisions to make over the new year. 2019 is without a doubt the year of the chicken sandwich. For reasons we will probably never understand, every American and their mother went ape when Popeyes released the spicy chicken sandwich in August, according to the Washington Post. We're talking crazy long lines, brawls, the absolute worst. It's like none of y'all had ever seen fried chicken in between two pieces of bread before. It took mere days for the hype to spread and the sandwich to go viral, prompting Chick-fil-A, aka that other chicken chain, to bust out a tweet over their being the OG. And that, kids, is how the chicken sandwich wars of 2019 began. It came to a standstill just 2 weeks later when the Popeye sandwich inevitably sold out and left people legitimately distressed. Everyone thought it was the end of it. Boy, were we wrong. The sandwich made a comeback on November 3rd, which was National Sandwich Day and a Sunday. Because guess which conservative Christian chain is closed on the Lord's Day? Welcome to the Chickening, Part 2. Naturally, with its return came more crazy long lines, fights, backed up traffic, and all the nightmares that come with a high-demand, low-supply situation. Popeye's workers were so up to their eyebrows in sandwich making, one dude recruited his kid to help. At another branch, they ran out of counter space, so instead started assembling stuff on top of a trash can. That's totally hygienic. The competition got Chick-fil-A so worked up and worried, it went so far as to backtrack on its famously controversial anti-LGBT stance, announcing on November 18th that it dropped donations to groups that don't like them gays. The conservatives complained, of course, but sorry, not sorry. Revenue trumps religion. Both KFC and McDonald's have also jumped in with their own chicken sandwich contenders. So you know this weird obsession is probably going to carry over into the new year. Hope you're ready, 2020. Storm Area 51 started out as a joke event on Facebook, masterminded by college student Maddie Roberts. The premise was simple. It invited everyone to raid Area 51 on September 20th to see them aliens because they can't stop all of us. With Monster Energy drink chugging Kyles on the front line, rock throwers annoying the enemy, and battalions of tinfoil hat wearers running Naruto style and faster than any bullet, they won't know what hit them. Within days, millions of users RSVP'd and the event swiftly turned viral. Guess everyone was curious about what extraterrestrial wonders or horrors the US government is hiding in the mysterious military base. The US Air Force was relatively on brand with zero sense of humor, warning would-be trespassers that they will probably absolutely be toast if they attempt an in. Eventually, the event evolved into multiple alien-themed music festivals, including one called Alien Stock, which got the state of Nevada legitimately worried about being eyeballs deep in throngs of curious tourists. Cute. In the end, only one old lady ended up actually going into Area 51, though it was less storming than more walking. Matthew Carswell on Twitter says the last he saw of the lady was her getting scooped up by 2 trucks half a mile in. No one actually knows what happened to her, but here's what we think. It's nearly impossible to pull the internet together, but did it, Baby Yoda did. Warning, all the Baby Yoda memes we could get our hands on is coming your way in 3, 2, 1. Yes, yes, yes to everything. More of this adorable green thing in 2020, I would like. Now, onwards to numero uno. Nothing went viral more quickly this past year than the POTUS himself, which is why we're dedicating the top spot to all the moments our dear leader ignited the internet in 2019. Here he is in the Oval Office in September, presenting a 100% accurate, completely not Sharpie-doctored map of the storm's path that clearly shows Hurricane Dorian is going to cream Alabama. If Dick Nixon had Watergate, Don Trump has #SharpieGate. This was after spending all of 2 weeks defending a tweet he put out saying Alabama was in the storm's path, and then later getting the NOAA to back him up. Our president's always been more of a words guy, so it was a surprise to see his tweet in late November of just this digital work of art, which I guess speaks for itself. Didn't know Trump was into roleplay. Here he is playing with Marvel's purple villain in the scene just before his arrogance gets him snapped out of existence. Back in August, the president tried to expand American territory by offering to buy Greenland and pinky promising not to build a tower on it. Too bad the Danes said no. Guess we're not getting a new colony anytime soon. Last but certainly not least is the sad, sad day when Trump was impeached by those scheming Democrats. Seems the poor man had it much worse than the people in Pearl Harbor, the accused in the Salem witch hunts, and Jesus himself. Gasp. With his Senate trial still up in the air, we'll have to tune in 2020 to see how the road to perdition, and maybe perjury, goes. Alright folks, this is the end of the line for this week's Made in USA. See you in 2020 for the next episode, and we'll be dishing out New Year's resolutions and lessons, courtesy of the biggest dum-dums of 2019. Stay tuned. In the meantime, go see last week's Christmas Fails edition full of skydiving Santas and crispy elves. And give us some holiday lovin' by liking this video and subscribing to this channel. Bye-bye!